in the car, whip like Indiana Jones. Going George Lucas, now I'm out here killing clones. Coming in strong like tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down. Boosted up my cardio, I used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down. Everybody eating, it's a party, one kind of time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the New York Jets and the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's Wilson to throw right away. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of...
Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Brandon, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
Wilson's throw complete there to Moore. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. From the 24, Wilson. Again, he finds Moore. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Wilson. And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a 3rd down gain of 4.
We hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Fourth down, here's Wilson. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Broncos will take over on downs.
4th down, and they take to the air, which really isn't a major surprise, but how about the coverage? They're able to bat it down.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21. The Broncos at 2-4 here in the first half of the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is...
And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. From the gun, it's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. And the Broncos will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Beck. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it to slot receivers? But all you guys can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
Eluding the pressure right. Well, he'll find Hall. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And good quarterbacks know that when things start to break down and they're forced to flee the pocket, they can often count on their running backs to try and bail them out. That happened on that play. Nice gain.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 39-yard line. To throw is Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moore. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Here's Wilson. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 2 straight runs of 5 yards, 1st and 10.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains, didn't force the ball downfield, picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
Now Gordon on first down. Room here to run. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 41 yards rushing for him now. He's carried the ball just 5 times. They go play action with Wilson. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Wilson. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Broncos go up by 2 touchdowns. And, oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 67 yards on the ground. Well, hello. I mean, it took him a while to get him a rep, but that's quite an introduction to this game.
And not just hello. How about goodbye to the defense as he went past him? Big-time run on his first carry of the game.
Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Wilson. Flushed out right. And he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Wilson and Moore there for a Jets first. They'll run with Hall. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Hall again. But he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle.
He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab, and the Jets are back within a score. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 47 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
We know Melvin Gordon is very effective getting to the perimeter, but being a former University of Wisconsin Badger means you know how to run the ball inside and with power as well. I also like the fact that he's a weapon in the passing game. Had as many as 58 catches in a season. Throw it to him in space and look out.
Here we go.
Play action. Now Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Bryce Hall. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On 2nd and 1, Wilson forced out to his left. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll run with Hall. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Broncos will take over on downs.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They go play action now. Wilson. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets.
Braxton Berrios from 17 yards out. And the Jets strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. We've got a little more than a minute to go, and I think the offense is saying, hey, all we need here, a field goal, and we can take the lead into intermission.
Well, I think that's what the goal should be. Give your kicker a chance to give you those 3 points. But in the meantime, if someone falls asleep on the defensive side, you might take advantage of that and get a big shot downfield, too.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. This will be caught. Jeudy. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards. Now it's Wilson. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Jeudy. And incomplete on the deep ball. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
To throw again on second down. Wilson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
On third down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Fourth down, Wilson trots off, and on comes Brandon McManus for the Denver field goal. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And that is no good. And that'll keep this a 1-point game.
Boy, that could have been a real momentum boost going into the break. You get into field goal position with a chance to seize the lead, but this one doesn't find the target, and they're unable to capitalize.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, the first two drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Dancing to his left. And he completes it to Berrios. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 87 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. So we thought maybe they would have a chance to extend this lead on the opening drive of the second half. Instead, they cough it up.
Obviously not an ideal start when you're trying to get a little separation, and I can guarantee that they talked about that in the locker room. Let's get out there, start this quarter the right way. Let's try and put some points on the board and create some space.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. On first down, Wilson. And that's going to be caught by Sutton. Down inside the 10. A huge play there for Denver. 41 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Gordon. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
Good work there, holding him out on first down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Again, Gordon. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Melvin Gordon. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have retaken a third quarter lead. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a third quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
And he will get into the end zone again, and he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Last time out, they had the fumble that led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now it's Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Wilson. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from drawing level. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And a short pickup to about the 25. On 2nd down, Gordon once more. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 66 yards rushing for him now to this point. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field.
There goes Melvin Gordon. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Melvin Gordon, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys have now moved out in front. McManus's point after is good, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Now he's going to go up top over the middle. And intercepted. Wilson's 3rd of the game. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Wilson. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side this time here with Gordon. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Melvin Gordon with career touchdown number 75. And the Broncos get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. And the Broncos will take over here just shy of the 30. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos. Just shy of the 30. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Wilson to throw. Got a man open, it's Sutton. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Here's a give up the middle. It's Gordon. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They go back to Gordon here on 1st down. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. Tackled by Ashton Davis up from the secondary. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Jets are right back in this football game. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson, escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep...
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the 2nd half. You want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked picked off by Bryce Hall. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. Now Wilson on first down. He's got him in, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 35.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Throwing is Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Again, Wilson. There's Hall bringing in another one. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. To throw again is Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Wilson. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 17-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback. And
he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. Wilson, off play action. It is intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Michael Ojemudia. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st. They'll try and grind some clock with Gordon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. Oh, Wilson going to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake. Wilson. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Now a 20th carry, number 20 here for Melvin Gordon. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Melvin Gordon taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Broncos look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. McManus's point after is good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Berrios now from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as